In this video, we're on the brink of possibly witnessing the culmination of the OpenAI saga, marked by a series of intriguing developments. Let's delve straight into the events that unfolded just an hour or two ago, as we explore the potential future directions this situation might take. One of the initial developments in this unfolding narrative involves Ilya Sutskever, a notable figure on the board of OpenAI. Intriguingly, Sutskever recently tweeted his regret over participating in certain board decisions, emphasizing that he never meant to cause harm to OpenAI. His sentiment seems genuine as he expresses his dedication to the company, vowing to do everything within his power to bring back the organization. This sudden change of heart from Sutskever had left many puzzled, especially considering that just a day earlier he had reaffirmed his decision to remove Sam Altman from the board, a decision that came into the spotlight after Altman and Greg Brockman's move to Microsoft. In an interesting turn, Elon Musk responded to Sutskever's tweet, questioning the drastic nature of the board's actions, especially if they posed a potential threat to humanity. This is particularly notable because Sutskever hadn't publicly given any reasons for Altman's removal. However, a recent Business Insider article revealed that OpenAI employees were given 2 reasons for Altman's dismissal, both of which were found unconvincing and led to significant unrest within the company. The article stated that the employees were prepared to resign en masse. The reasons cited by Sutskever for ousting Altman included assigning the same project to 2 different individuals at OpenAI and providing conflicting opinions about a team member to different board members. Interestingly, these explanations did not sit well with employees, leading to speculation of a possible coup within the board. This turmoil is further highlighted by heart responses from Sam Altman directed at Sutskever's tweet, acknowledging his recent statement of regret, alongside insights from an employee letter to the board that many might have overlooked. The OpenAI letter to the board, authored by employees, is a pivotal document seeking clarity regarding the company's direction. The employees expressed their deep concern over the decisions to terminate Sam Altman and remove Greg Brockman from the board, stating these actions compromise the organization's work and mission. The letter bluntly accuses the board of incompetence and a near disastrous mishandling of the company, which is considered one of the premier entities in its field. A key excerpt from the letter I'll share with you highlights the employee's stance. It declares that the board's actions have demonstrated a clear inability to effectively oversee OpenAI. It goes on to state the employee's reluctance to work under leadership lacking in competence, judgment, and commitment to the company's mission and its staff. Furthermore, the letter suggests that the employees, almost unanimously, are prepared to leave OpenAI and join a new subsidiary under Microsoft, led by Sam Altman and Greg Brockman. With Microsoft offering positions to all OpenAI employees, this step would be taken unless all board members resign and the board appoints new independent directors like Brett Taylor and Will Hurd, reinstating Altman and Brockman. Remarkably, the letter is signed by an overwhelming majority of the OpenAI workforce, with about 700 out of 770 employees endorsing it. This signifies a near unanimous demand for drastic changes at the board level. Adding to the complexity, Ilya Sutskever, a board member, also signed the letter, indicating the significant shift in his stance. Regarding the broader context, the new CEO of OpenAI announced plans to hire an independent investigator to review the entire sequence of events leading to the current situation and promised a comprehensive report. It also stated that Altman's removal was not due to any specific safety concerns related to AI, suggesting other reasons behind this decision. This leads to speculation about a possible coup within the board. Additionally, there are emerging theories about potential conflicts of interest within the board, specifically involving a member whose interests might have clashed with OpenAI's direction. This situation involves a board member who may not be widely known to many of you. Allow me to explain this in detail, as it could be a key factor in understanding why Sam Altman was removed from OpenAI, and possibly the catalyst for what appears to be a coup within the organization. As of now, there's still some uncertainty about this, but a particular tweet sheds light on the matter quite effectively. If Ilya held his opinion on kicking Sam Altman out, that loosely then who is the driving force at the board table is looking increasingly like that it was Adam D'Angelo, who was likely upset that his product launch got destroyed by custom GBTS. For those unfamiliar, Adam D'Angelo is the CEO of Quora, a platform somewhat akin to Reddit, but with its own unique twist. It's essentially a site where you can find answers to a myriad of questions. When you search for something on Google, Quora is often one of the top results, featuring responses from a wide range of people. Here's where it gets interesting. A few months ago, Quora began integrating AI into its services, highlighting their new platform launched around February named Poe. Now, according to a recent tweet, there's a growing belief that D'Angelo was possibly upset because his new product launch was overshadowed by OpenAI's custom GPTs. The reason behind this speculation is that Sam Altman, a key figure in OpenAI, might not have been fully transparent about the development and commercialization plans for these custom GPTs. This lack of transparency could have directly impacted Quora, a potential competitor in this space. Many are theorizing that D'Angelo, who's also on the board of OpenAI, might I mention, frustration over this situation might have influenced certain decisions at OpenAI, potentially contributing to what some are calling a coup within the company. If you take a look at the user interface of Poe, Quora's AI-based platform, you'll find that it essentially functions as a GPT wrapper. This platform allows users to create bots, influence them with specific knowledge, and utilize them for various purposes. Interestingly, Poe's functionality bears a striking resemblance to the offerings of the GPT store, which brings us to a pivotal point in this narrative. Many speculate that this similarity is precisely why there might have been a push to remove Sam Altman from OpenAI. The theory suggests that if Altman shifted his focus away from developing custom GPT versions, it would allow platforms like ChatGPT to take center stage. Consequently, Poe could have room to grow and flourish without facing direct competition from OpenAI's customized GPTs, a strategy possibly undermined by Altman's lack of disclosure about these plans. As you explore Poe, you'll notice a range of both popular and newly created bots, such as Creative Writer and others, which closely mirror the capabilities found in custom GPT versions. This overlap in functionalities is seen as a potential motive for Adam D'Angelo, who sits on OpenAI's board, but also holds no stock or equity in the company, to influence decisions in a way that could benefit his platform. This hypothesis, while intriguing, remains one of the speculative reasons behind the recent upheavals at OpenAI. The unfolding situation at OpenAI is becoming clear, although it's important to remember that at this stage, these are still unverified theories. We're awaiting further information to confirm whether these theories hold true. Particularly interesting is the case of Sam Altman's involvement with Microsoft. Despite multiple sources claiming his association with Microsoft, it appears that his move there isn't finalized. The Verge reports that Altman hasn't officially inked the deal with Microsoft yet, and Ilya Sutskever's recent support of Altman suggests that the board may need to reconsider their stance. This situation is made even more complex by Satya Nadella, Microsoft CEO, who in a Bloomberg interview expressed uncertainty about the reasons behind Altman's dismissal from OpenAI. Nadella stated his intention to collaborate with Altman, irrespective of his position, indicating Microsoft's keen interest in Altman's AI expertise. Furthermore, Nadella's comments suggest that whether Altman rejoins OpenAI or becomes part of Microsoft, the collaboration between Altman and Microsoft will continue. This ongoing saga could have significant repercussions for OpenAI's investors, particularly if the organization faces a mass exodus of employees following Altman. According to Bloomberg, investors are concerned about protecting their stakes and are advocating for Altman's reinstatement to avoid potential lawsuits and maintain stability. Adding another layer to this complex scenario is OpenAI's approach to Anthropic, a competitor focused on AI safety, for a possible merger. This move could be interpreted as a strategic attempt to consolidate their position in the AI field, especially under the looming threat of internal upheaval. In a lighter note, a tweet from Jerry Tech, a researcher at OpenAI, humorously suggests that the real achievement in this journey is the AGI, artificial general intelligence, developed along the way. This playful comment raises the question of whether OpenAI has made significant advancements in AGI, especially considering Microsoft's recent introduction of Jarvis, an early example of AGI, which didn't receive much attention. As we await more updates in the coming hours, it's clear that the situation at OpenAI is at a critical juncture, with potential changes in leadership, company direction, and alliances in the AI industry.